इंटेलिजेंट इन्वेस्टर, ये जो बुक है ये सच में बहुत अच्छी है। अगर आप फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस करना चाहते हैं तो सो यू कैन रीड दिस बुक. In this video we are going to discuss some of the aspects relating to fundamental analysis, because I am not a fundamental analyst. So few points which are important in fundamental analysis. The first is industry analysis. Okay. The second is company analysis. The third is financial analysis. Financial analysis means the analysis of company's balance sheet, profit and loss account, cash flow statement, and those aspects, BOD or director's report and all. And the fourth important thing is management analysis, the analysis of the management itself, the board itself. Okay, so we'll briefly discuss what each of these categories include. So let's say in the industry analysis, let's say we are considering or analyzing a hotel industry, okay, or let's say cigarette industry, or you can say IT industry, or let's say the last example AC, or like consumer durables, AC, refrigerators. Why I choose, or let's say ice cream as well, because summer is coming, so ice cream, refrigerator would perform better, the stock related to this would perform better. So let's say we are considering a hotel industry, so we will in the coming 2 3 or 3 to 5 years we will see whether hotel industry is going to expand or contract. Okay, so whether the graph or the revenue side, or the importance of this industry per se, in importance in the sense that whether the revenue flow to this industry or the companies in this hotel industry is going to contract or going to rise. And similarly in case of say cigarette, or in case of IT industries, whether IT industry is going to perform well in 3 to 5 years or not, or whether it's going to contract. Okay, and kind of this is kind of a more or less a seasonal type of things. Okay, so industry analysis pertains this type of things. No, now hotel industry, how we analyze whether a specific industry is going to perform good or not. So kind of you can say the government policies. Okay, so like government policies are more favorable now towards businesses. Okay, infrastructure. Okay, so these type of, or you can say farming and all. Okay, so the industries which are included in the infrastructure, let's say housing industries, or the road development or infrastructure development companies, or those industries are going to perform well. Why? Because government policies are favorable towards the infrastructure projects or infrastructure move. Okay, and because innovations or you can say the startup is being promoted by the government, IT industry may perform well. Okay, or engineering industry may perform well. Okay, and since farming is being supported by way of, you can say, the domestic produce and subsidy waivers, all those kinds of things. So those companies which are involved in seeds, okay, or you can say farming related industries or farming related goods, sorry, stocks or companies will perform better. Okay, and there are so many aspects in the industry analysis itself. It's one of the thing is government, and then the, you can say, FDIs, whether foreigners are attracting towards this kind of industries or not. Okay, and there are so many other aspects related to industries analysis. Let's move on to the company analysis. Now we have discussed, let's say a hotel industry is going to perform well, let's say, or infrastructure is going to perform well. So in the infrastructure company there must be so many companies. Okay, and these companies may not equally affected by this infrastructure move. Why? Because of its own limitation, companies limitation, let's say funds, let's say management limitation, management are not so good, or the positioning of the company is not so good. Okay, so in case of cigarette industries, one is ITC and one is Godfrey Philip. Okay, but ITC have a good brand on cigarette industries. Okay, and if we are going to discuss about the infrastructure, then Prestige, Raymond, DLF, I believe DLF also. So these industries or these companies are having a good hold or market share in their specific industries. So under the company analysis, we tend to check, or we used to check whether those all sorry so under company analysis So under company analysis, we used to check what is the positioning of company, that specific company, as compared to the other competitors. Okay, what is their market share in that industries, whether they're price leader or not. Okay, price leader means, like, say, you can take the example of Apple. So since the product of Apple is being like chosen or like being taken by most of the users, Apple is a price maker, not taker. That Apple company can impose any price of their product, and most of the buyers will definitely buy it. So they are price maker. So since they are price makers, their profit will be higher. Okay, so this analysis will be connected to financial analysis as well, so we'll come to it as well. So mostly we discuss the market, we can research on the market share, whether they are price leader or not, the positioning of the company. Okay, this all is being checked in the on the company analysis. This all are being considered while doing the company analysis. In case of financial analysis, we used to check what is the gross profit margin, the net profit margin. Okay, and what is the return on equity. Okay, so if the company is a market having a good market share, or let's say they are price leaders, their gross profit margin would be high. If their gross profit margin are high, their not net profit margin will be high. And if their net profit margin is high, return on to the equity shareholders or return on equity would be high. Okay, so it is linked with this. When they have a good hold on the market, they will be able to sell more goods. Okay, when they are price leaders, they would be able to charge high profits. Okay, so their automatically their GP, net profit, and ROE will be higher. Okay, there are so many things under financial analysis as well, whether the cash flow are good or not as compared to the profit, and there are so many other aspects as well. Under the management analysis, we used to check whether the management is ethical. Okay, and whether the management is result oriented. Okay, so let's say a company A and company B, both the companies are equally equipped and are equally sound in all these aspects. Let's say industry analysis, company analysis, financial analysis, all this, both these companies are good, but the management of company A are result oriented and the company B is not result oriented. So ultimately it is going to affect their gross profit, net profit, and ROE, and again the ultimate impact will be the share price of the company will fall. Okay, so these are interlinked with each other. Okay, but the thing is, in case of fundamental analysis, there are some you can say cons. Okay, no doubt it is the best it is the best strategy if you are going to invest for a long horizon of, let's say, 5 to 10 years, but there are some cons to it. The first thing is, it is a long term process. The result will be become visible over a period of, let's say, 5 to 10 years. Okay, so if you are investing, let's say, for a 2 years or 3 years, it may be possible that you find the golden company, the stock you found after your research is a golden company. It is going to perform, but it might not perform within 2 to 3 years, and it may take, let's say, 5 to 7 to 10 years. Okay, so this is one of the cons to fundamental research. The second thing is, in order to do this fundamental research, you need a lots of information, and this information might not be available to us, the retailers. We are not equipped with so many information relating to management, you can say, the industry, the economy. We are not having this lot of information. Even if we are having, we are not having that much time to invest. Okay, if you are having that much time, if you are having a like good amount of information to do a research and you can invest for a long term, just go for the fundamental research. It is the best strategy, one of the best strategy I may say. But most of the cases we don't have that much time to invest on fundamental research because it takes a good amount of time. Okay, so that's why what we can do is we can somehow we can't just, you can say, duplicate or uh, we can't just replicate the result of fundamental analysis, but we can find some alternate to this. Okay, so the what is the alternate? So the alternate to fundamental research, so it is not that effective as a fundamental research, but yeah, it would be quite effective if you would be able to do it nicely. So uh, let's say we are Mr. A. Okay, we are not going to do the fundamental research, but there is some investor, let's say mutual fund. Okay, so some mutual fund must be doing the fundamental research. Okay, now doing their research, it came to know that let's say the stock XYZ, okay, is a kind of a golden stock, and that mutual fund thinks that it is going to perform in a 10 years. Okay, like it is going to be kind of a 5x also. Okay, so what this mutual fund will do, or what a general person will do if he gets to know that this stock is going to perform well during a long span of time, that person or that mutual fund starts investing or buying the shares of this company. Correct? When they start buying, since they're a mutual fund and they're a big investor, they are big money. Okay, and they invest big amount. Okay, so when they start buying the shares, you will see there are good volumes on the chart. Okay, so let's say the stock is like this. When they start buying this, the stock is going to perform as well as you will let's say these are the volumes. Now you will start seeing this high volumes on the chart. Okay, this is the first thing, high volume. Okay, high volume on the chart. The second thing is when they start buying this large number of shares, the number of shares available for trading would go less. Is that correct? So let's suppose there are 10 million shares and they just bought 3 million shares. So the remaining shares available is 7 million. Okay, so when supply of this share is reduced, the and the demand is, let's say, static from the retail investors, its price is going to increase. Okay, so the result of mutual fund doing the research and start investing would result in high volume, increase in price of the share. Correct? And these increase in price will be reflecting in this chart as well. Correct? So, and there must be a basis to this mutual fund. Like if mutual fund decides that this is going to perform, there must be the basis, and one of the basis must be EPS increase, earning per share increase, or we discussed the gross profit, net profit, right? So net profit divided by number of share is the earning per share. So if net profit is increasing, earning per share must be increasing. They must having a good amount of information that EPS is going to rise in coming years. Like, okay, so the company is going to perform well in terms of net profit, EPS is going to rise. If the EPS rises, price is going to rise. Okay, so they might have this information. So by their action, we came to know that this stock is having a good volume, this stock is having a good price increase, this stock is increasing in terms of EPS quarter on quarter. So these three things, that high volume, high price, I would say the increase in price, and increase in EPS, can be our basis to find the stock which are going to perform well. So what you can do is you can just go and see those stocks or those companies whose EPS is growing, let's say for 4 to 5 quarters, like continuous quarter. Okay, their price is increasing and they you are able to find out their high volume on those charts when the price is increasing, not when the price is falling. Okay, when the price starts increasing, if you are able to see good volume, price is also increasing definitely, and there is an increase in EPS, that can be a good, you can say, uh, method to know whether this stock is going to perform well or not. But there is a caution here. As we discussed, it is going to take a substantial amount of time to reach the 5x. Okay, so it doesn't mean that if we just find this high volume, EPS is growing to EPS is increasing, price is increasing, so we are not going to just invest it. What we are going to do is, we will try to see if this is a 200-day moving average, 200-day moving average line, and price crossed it, whether this price is sustaining above this 200-day moving average or not. It means, like, yes, the volume is increasing, price is increasing, and price is not just going down. Okay, we are going to see the chart of the Godfrey Philip. So here is the chart of Godfrey Philip. Okay, as we can see, we discussed over here in our previous videos. So it starts rising, okay, and you can see the good volume. The EPS is green, so it is increasing as well. But see, it just fell back to the level of 200 moving average. Now it's again start rising above its 200-day moving average. So it may be treated as this is a confirmation that some investors are investing a good amount of money, but the stock fell back. But it just touched their 200-day moving average and just bounced back up. Again touched 200-day moving average and again bounced back up. So it's quite a good confirmation that stock is now being accumulated in an accumulation state, but it may not be the good time to invest again, because stock may just fall back again. Okay, so these are some kind of things which we discussed: the industry analysis, company analysis, management analysis, and financial analysis, which are helpful in fundamental research. But as we discussed, we as a retailer have a limitations on investment. That's why we just tend to go towards the technical analysis. But yeah, if you have information, if you have a data, if you have that much time, do go for fundamental research, and you should definitely read the Intelligent Investor, which is quite a good book as well. Okay, so do let me know your views on the comment box. Okay, so that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.